4-set win over Western Carolina last night. Had 20 blocks in those 4 sets. Schaffmaster gets the first swing for the Tar Heels, and preseason all ACC. She showed
have too many in a short span.
Clip the tape. May able to handle it, and not going to get a swing and then a miss on that one. Taylor hammers it home.
An error. Let's get her the ball again. Get that confidence going. And man, when she just this match and first few points of this match under her belt.
Cougars try to run the slide. Barrett with the dig for the Tar Heels, but it's a free ball. Back to the near side pin, and there's 2 blockers. Transfers.
Right on cue. You look at the dynamic blocking moves, and you have a much clearer picture of what your role is and what your expected impact is as well.
Go back to Foster, cross-court swing, and that one is in the tape.
To have a dominant front-court attacker with Schaffmaster in the back row. Yeah.
May, not a transfer. She's been with the Carolina Tar Heels all 3 years, as she is a junior now. Coming off one of her best performances as a libero, and there's the block for the Cougars. Schaffmaster back to serve for the Heels. Big jump serve, overpass, and an ace. The conference get more at-large bids because it's ultimately going to bring that RPI up. That resume is going to look better because you're playing more tough competition in conference.
100%. You look at the conference realignment the last few years. I think one thing, Kyle, is I've been really impressed with the Tar Heels defense at the front third of the court. In other words, against tips and rolls off speeds. None of that's scoring. So if I'm College of Charleston, let's swing a little more aggressive and go after these guys.
They just made one change, and he told us in our...
Well, something needs to change because right now in the match, they're hitting negative. So smart move to just mix it up. If your team is not performing offensively, stand-old tradition from coaches is to switch up the setting.
And to serve for the Carolina Tar Heels.
Boy, the serving for Carolina has just been outstanding here in set 1.
Foster shoves that one to the back line, kept alive, and another chance here for the Tar Heels. Big bump set for Foster, and she gets the kill. That is 6 on 6 swings.
Even though the block is keyed on her, she just hits around it and can score in so many different ways.
Ball just trickled to the North Carolina side. They keep it alive. It looked like some miscommunication there from the Cougars.
Well, not a great connection there in the transition middle.
First rally we've seen between these two, and why not? Foster dominating his first set.
Side versus outside, and Bannett's doing pretty well. She's getting the ball through the block, but she's not terminating. She's not scoring points. The wise move here, and that opens it up for a quick dump.
Quick set down the middle. Blocker was there, but Taylor able to get up above it.
Step up offensively and a little more aggressive defense.
Transfer out of Loyola University, Chicago. 19 kills last night, matched a career high.
Let's finish with a couple of strong points here heading into set 2.
Deanna Dollar, the sophomore out of Burbank, with that kill. Back to Yardunja, and she'll get the kill this time. Multiple kills.
I think it's both. Blocking stats this early in the season, when you have a very small sample size, are more dependent on your opponent. So, it's a little skewed, right? If you're playing a very strong opponent with great offensive balance, then, your numbers are going to dip a little bit. That's expected. I think that's what we're seeing.
Some presence at the net to start this point off, but eventually Carolina is able to win. Callahan, the last one to put it in the net. She had a good night last night. 7 kills, 8 blocks. There's a kill.
When we're a set and a half in, that speaks to that you're not able to pass the ball very well.
That served much better, although the set is too close to the net, and it's going to be another Carolina point.
Aggressive, and you just miss, right? That last swing from the outside, the full swing was an aggressive miss. You have to live with some of those. But the bad errors, throwing it out of bounds, hitting it to the bottom of the net, those. Well, the good news for the Cougars is that when they have set their middles, they've been productive. They have presented some challenge for North Carolina defensively, but they just haven't been able to give them many opportunities.
Big dig right there from Angel. Cougars able to get it across. 3 blockers in front of Foster.
Good scrappy defense by both teams.
You could see the frustration Isert had with herself there. Grad transfer out of Middle Tennessee. 17 assists, 10 digs in her debut. Just, easy double-double last night.
Oh, how impressive. Not be stopped right now. And you have to be frustrated if you're College of Charleston, because in these situations when you
15 kills last night for Mabry. Actually had her second most efficient night as a Tar Heel as she hit 519 on the match. And said, listen, you got to have somebody else that's going to beat you in this situation.
100%, because you look at the score, you look at where you are in the match, and as a coach, I would be okay if someone else is beating us. I want to slow down who's hot right now. Short sample size in the first weekend, and if this is an outlier, can they, even if they're over 300 on average, that's really tough. And Carolina has put a lot of pressure on them. Carolina's playing very well, but then there's also been some unforced errors sprinkled in. So is that because of the pressure the Tar Heels are applying?
Searching that brain for knowledge of what's the answer to this problem, and going back to the playing days, the coaching years, does he have something in there that can get them on track? There's a nice one in the middle.
Transition game. So if I am Coach Kepner, I'm talking frustrated with those errors. It's good to qualify. Well, we want to stay aggressive here, so we have to live with some of those.
7 overall errors in the set for College of Charleston. 11 in the match, and there's a block for Carolina. Another ace for the Tar Heels. 4th of the match. Serve is to the libero Angel, who had 28 digs last night. Not like she's a bad defensive player. There's another ace.
Same challenges in front of the Cougars here. Can we get 2, 3, 4, 5 points and just establish a little better rhythm?
Going for the big swing, but a dig from Appleman. Cruz to serve. First set point. Foster gets it in.
With an explanation point, Kyle.
It was 7 and 11 in the ACC. Underway here in the 3rd set.
We have a libero change for College of Charleston. We weren't sure if we were going to see Tinley Smeltzer, the conference libero of the year last year, but she's now back on the court.
See if that makes any kind of a difference for them in slowing down the North Carolina attack. Bump set near side here for Smith. Nice rally here for this first point. Offline, Smith just pops it over. Free ball for the Tar Heels. Right down the middle, it's the freshman Taylor.
Or sometimes you just got to tip your cap to that, but if it's an off speed that scores, sometimes that stays in your gut a little bit.
Cougars out of system. Carolina with a free ball. Back set for Thorpe. She gets the kill through 2 blockers.
Kind of free ball opportunity. They are converting almost 1,000% in those situations. So if you're
hitting 640.
Wow, so impressive she's been this afternoon.
Cougars go back to Bennett. Tar Heels with an opportunity. And a kill near side.
Move, take her out of the transition offense and set our defensive block up around it.
Back-to-back points for the Cougars.
And credit both coaches for scheming up their teams, motivating their teams to come out and make this a battle right now in set 3. So in the first set, and that's carrying over.
4th block of the match for College of Charleston. Tar Heels go right back to Yardunjum. This time, she will get the kill.
You aren't establishing a great rhythm, particularly with your middles. You've got another player you've got confidence in to come in and play.
Kill for Schaffmaster, sends her to the service line. It moves Foster up to the front line, but College of Charleston not allowing the Tar Heels to go on a run. They're maintaining that lead. All of a sudden, we showed you that stat when we came out of the timeout. It was 9-6, remember, as Foster jumped out of the gym for that one. And it ties things up. Side blockers were there. Taylor got a hand on it. And the Tar Heels get it over.
Scrappy defense from Carolina.
Another heads-up play by Gogi. Until this point, that's a really nice move. Gets them the lead back in the serve. Here's Thorpe, blocker there, and it's a solo block this time for Bannett.
By Bannett.
Foster on the front line for the Tar Heels. Isert serving.
First short serve we've seen from Carolina.
May can't come up with a dig. Julia Bollinger back in. Overpass.
Great read by Smeltzer there on the overpass dig.
Schaffmaster, 2 blockers there though. And the block that really paced College of Charleston. 8 kills, 9 digs to go along with it for Schaffmaster. There's a set to the near side. Carolina able to get 2 blockers there. Though he tried that quick one, but Taylor was wise to it this time. Get in, it did.
Adjustment, that's only twice.
Schaffmaster with a left hand. Schaffmaster serves that one to Bannett. Serve goes to the far side. Blockers are there. Foster said, you know what? I don't need to get any more kills. I got 19.
It's 400 with no errors, and she hasn't been set in quite a while. You're passing well enough to get her the ball, like right there.
It's like you've done this before. It's like you've been on the sideline before. Couple of blocks here, get Carolina match point. Set to the near side. Tar Heels with a chance to put it away. Thorpe, and that's it. Her 8th kill of the night gives Carolina the sweep of College of Charleston.